into the first match, guys.
First match of the night at AEW Dynamite. Christian Cage versus Matt Sydal. I'm not going to stay too much on this except for the one thing that stood out the most. Well, the two things. One thing that stood out the most for me, and then what happened at the end. The one thing that stood out to me is that I can really see Christian working well as a heel.
Yeah.
And I think it would benefit him.
Most of Christian's highlights to me came from when he was a heel.
When he was a heel. Yeah.
But I want to see this older heel now. I want him to be like super entitled from like everything that he's been through to be like, hey, I've been a champ here, here, and here, and then all this and this.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I think it would make more sense, and then him just going through and then like competing against younger talent, because that'll keep him on this end of the spectrum, and then maybe competing, and then probably maybe deserve it of a championship. But I don't think that would happen until like this stuff over here, because when I watched this match against him and Sydal, like the way that he worked that match, I was like, there's some heel stuff going on here, and I like it.
Now that you said that, I just thought of something. The perfect role of Christian Cage. The perfect role for Christian Cage could be similar to Randy Orton's Legend Killer thing.
Oh,
it could be not so much the Legend Killer, but it could be more of, I guess, the Steam Killer.
Yeah, like a squasher.
Oh yeah, squasher. These streaks.
Yeah,
they building up these streaks. They building up steam, and they run into the wall of Christian. They lose, and they start all back over again.
He's called himself the gatekeeper.
The gatekeeper.
Gatekeeper.
And that way, actually beating Christian will be like, oh, so you really are ready to take to the next level. The gatekeeper. Thank you. That's a better way. He should be kind of like the gatekeeper. Like all these people who are racking up these wins on Dark and Elevation.
They got to get through Christian Cage.
Try your luck against Christian Cage. And if you could beat me, then
but
maybe.
Not if you can beat me, but if you can outwork me.
Even better.
Oh, and then if they do beat him, then he can pull that whole one more match shit.
One more match. Yeah. Oh, that's great.
You know what?
I like that.
But to move past, we got Taz coming out and getting on. Taz was on commentary, and then Ricky Starks came out dressed pretty snazzy.
I didn't know he got hurt.
Neither did I.
Yeah,
neither did I. I mean, it makes sense.
Where from, but
I forgot what they said, but yeah, apparently he's been hurt.
Huh. Makes sense why he hasn't been around.
Yeah, that's why he came out all suited and booted. Wednesday.
That was a look. I was like, all right, Ricky.
I guess it makes sense on why a match between Stark and Cage hasn't happened yet. So Christian Cage.
Yeah.
But yeah, and it was funny because during this match, I was like, you know what? It's one of the first matches, or probably the first match, where Dynamite hasn't started with a member or former member of the Elite.
Yep. But kicking it off, yeah.
But it's okay, because it did not end without that. Because sure enough, as the beatdown started to happen on Christian Cage and Matt Sydal, Hangman Page came out.
Provided by Brian Cage and Will Hobbs.
Yes.
And an interesting suplex toss from Hook, whatever that was. No.
Yeah. I just love how casually he just handed his drink to Starks. Like, hey, hold this for me, right?
Right.
Yes.
Like he just casually just gave the drink to Starks. Like, hey, hold this for me because I'm about to go beat up your homies right quick. So please hold this for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I did
Starks
notice?
got a free drink.
You know what I did notice though?
What?
that in the ring we had Christian Cage and Brian Cage and Hangman Page in a brawl.
Cage and Page.
Cage. However, is there not an Ethan Page?
Oh, they could have been. Yeah.
Can we please get that fatal 4-way already?
Oh, can you think about commentary on that?
That'd be amazing. Or can we just get Can we please get like Cage versus Page and on a tag match at least?
Yes. Let's get that.
Let's
got to get that.
Anyways, no. Ever since they signed Christian Cage, or was it Ethan Page? Since they signed one of them, there's been internet talk all over the place about all these people needing to finally have a match together.
Right.
Yeah.
It makes more sense now, because it's funny because there was already a Page and a Cage there, and then on the same night, a new Cage and a new Page debuted.
Yes.
So
wow.
So now y'all have to do it. AEW. Book it.
Yeah, they have to at this point.
Just for the fucks of it. It doesn't have to be a reason or anything. Just book it. Just for the fucks of it. But yeah.
Make it for the go home show Friday night. Anyways.
After this match, we got a nice little backstage segment. Look, Mox and Kingston again. Backstage, their promos every fucking time. They're dynamic. Everything. Sometimes I feel like I don't deserve their promos or segments because it's just good TV.
Right.
But it's okay because sometimes you don't think shit like that can be topped. But first, let me say this, because the way that Kingston said rappers, that they're rappers.
Hey, rappers, they're rappers. It's like, and Mox is just like, they're rappers. It's like, all right.
Yeah, fuck it. But the Acclaim also had a backstage segment as well.
Oh.
And they did not. They didn't want to just let that go, because after Mox and Kingston came out to new iteration of Wild Thing, the Acclaim came out, and of course, bars.
I was looking like Joe Rogan, like in that classic GIF, like where he's just
yes. Put it this way, wow. I mean, great. It's about to look that way. While you were Joe Rogan, I guess I'll be Daniel Cormier.
There we go.
Well, wait, does that make me John Atkin then?
Yes. Yes. Oh shit. The bar. Hey, I don't know what it is. I am a big fan now of the Acclaimed. The Acclaimed have left. They have left the ether, and I kind of want them to succeed at some point.
Yes. Oh, they're definitely going to. If they don't, it's wrong. But yeah.
Well, Anthony Bowens has to recover first from that bum rush that he got from Moxley. Yeah. He was the moment that he
didn't even say anything.
No. I love the way that after he dropped the line of, hey, she want to invite me to some oral sessions. Session. He was talking about the podcast. She wants us on the podcast. And he goes, AEW. In the fact that JR, I love the way JR even made a reference. I think that should be the name of the company now. AEW. I honestly hated the fact that it had to be the Acclaim that had to take this loss, because Moxley and Kingston were going to be Moxley and Kingston.
Yeah.
They were going to get that title shot. They were going to get whatever. I hate the fact that it had to be the Acclaim that they had to beat, but we got some fire bars out of it though. So,
Yeah.
It
was a nice glorified squash.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, and look, match aside, yeah, cool. We already knew they were going to win because it's already set up for them to go against Bucks. Look, Kingston, love Kingston to death. You know, good promo, good hardcore wrestler. You know, good all around in that aspect.
Oh, I think.
But this half singlet, man, this half singlet. Look, when he started the match off in that T-shirt, I was like, "Yo, this attire, this shit works with Mox in his attire. Like all this is how it needs to be. This right here." But that half singlet, and like it just seems like it always throws me off because even when I first seen him go against Cody for the TNT title in that
he was in some gym shorts and a.
Was it shorts that he had on that time? Probably. But
that was his debut match, and if I remember correctly from his Talk is Jericho interview, he had to sell his actual ring gear to get back home.
What, from there?
Huh? No, because Kingston was stuck in like the UK or something.
Oh,
and
shit.
he had to like sell his gear to get back home because I mean all of his matches that he was going to do in the UK got canceled because of COVID. Damn. So I mean you don't wrestle, you don't get paid. So yeah, he had to find a way to get back home to New York.
Man, that's crazy.
That is, and yeah, I mean
again, man. Respect.
This is why I like Cody because he like while he was TNT champ, he was pulling people from everywhere. He's like, who wants to work? Like I'm a champ and I'm gonna beat you, but you're gonna get a check. Like so, like who wants to work? And shit, I mean, dude, they gave Kingston an entrance music when they didn't even have to. Like they're like, what do you want for your music? They told him all that. Like I just thought of AEW as a company. They're just doing things that they don't have to, and it's beautiful that they're doing that.
Yeah. Well. Again, shout out to Kingston and Moxley because again, look, they're going on to win to beat the Bucks. If they don't, I would be surprised.
You think so?
Oh yeah.
I think they're beating the Bucks.
They have to because they're dropping those titles to another heel tag team, and it's and after watching what happened this week, it's going to be
a heel tag team was going to be.
That's going to drop. That they're going to drop it to. I got two theories.
Well, after what was posted on Twitter, Dax Harwood is pretty pissed that Moxley and Kingston are getting the title shots. I think FTR will be the ones they'll drop it to.
Yeah, logistically that makes sense. But the Acclaim also makes sense too.
But you see,
now, yes, the Acclaim makes sense too.
That's where you talking about Dax Harwood, I guess, brings us into this next segment.
Well, you know what? Yeah, we'll talk about that because the look, Hikaru Shida beat Rebel. Not surprising. It's just setting up for. Yeah, it was. It's fine because it doesn't. That match doesn't matter because Hikaru Shida needs to lose. Britt Baker needs to get the title. Period. Point blank, plain and simple. On to the next thing. The Inner Circle promo.
Beautiful.
I love this whole segment.
Everybody's parts were played perfectly.
It was.
Wait. Before we get to the promo.
Yes,
exactly, Loki.
Yeah.
I love the interaction between Jericho and Dean Malenko. He was like, "Hey, Marvez, you don't want to piss him off. That's the man of 1,000 hoes." And then Malenko, 1,004. I forgot some. I love it. Love it. I love it. I kind of geeked out at that little continuity moment. He was like, "I forgot a few," and I don't know if y'all realize. Oh no, we'll get to it later. But yeah, the Inner Circle promo. Now, once we get done talking with this promo, I might have some news about the Inner Circle.
Ooh. Well, we're going to have to put this Inner Circle one to the side for now.
Yeah, because we got to talk about the Pinnacle.
The Scooter.
The Pinnacle segment.
Yes, the Pinnacle promo.
Yeah. With the way that they played their parts and everything. Look.
It started off with Wardlow just being an absolute unit, chugging a bottle of wine. And then followed that up with, "I'll have another."
And then Sean Spears saying, "I'll have another too."
Yeah.
And that's and it was I like the little nugget.
That's where that
from
started.
that point. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then MJF started and just began to just run like,
well,
you're
running.
funny. My jerk off friend. Ha 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 ha.
Yeah. My jerk off friend. Ha 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 ha. What did he call them again?
I forgot.
Yeah, but no, just that little laugh track that he puts in right there is, oof. Anyways,
perfect.
Yeah,
and then you go from that to I don't know if it was Dax or Cash who started talking. I think it was Cash.
The bald one.
Dax.
Dax was the one that was talking. Cash wasn't there yet.
Okay. So yeah,
he was there, talking, but he didn't talk.
And then as he's talking, it threw me off because then Sean Spears is like talking loudly to the fucking waiter. I'm like, why is that going on? And then when it built up, I was like, oh, that's fucking brilliant.
Isn't it though? Like,
yes.
Like, and service. All right, former food and beverage guy myself, but seeing that his glass had not even been touched because there wasn't even like a drop of wine or anything in there, while everybody else's had been topped off. And then as Cash is talking, or sorry, Dax, as Dax is talking, they like pull the waiter over, and he's like, he hits Cash, he hits Dax, and Sean is slowly just raising that glass up a little bit higher, and like, hey, like you hear him just do that little like, hey, like, and then he tops, and then the waiter just topped off MJF instead. Then he comes around. Oh. Like, exactly. I was in the same boat as you, though, because at first I was listening, but I wasn't fully paying attention to what was going on.
Mm-hmm.
And then as soon as I saw Sean just grab that waiter by the neck and put his head to table, I had to honestly pause it and go and rewind it for a second to follow the chain of events. That was the most, and he was about to break this shoot bottle over this waiter's head.
Yeah.
What was it? Who was it that said something? It was Tully. Tully's like, Sean, chill. And then he like takes that ball and just smashes
it.
Oh, I would say this. If this is a new side of Spears we are about to get, I'm here for it.
Yes. And this is why I said it's
very aggressive.
Yes.
Yes.
You want because the thing is like this. Everybody is pretty much they pretty much play their part. MJF as the leader, Wardlow as the heavy, Dax and Cash as like the tag team, but at the same time they're like the beat them like like Arn Anderson and Tully back in the day. They're those guys that hey, in a fight you want those two at your side, but to have an unstable guy, and the reason I say unstable like that because now how apropos is it that we just had that fucking thing with Brian Pillman, the Dark Side of the Ring. If you look at the Hart Foundation and you see Brett, you see Jim the Anvil Neidhart, you see British Bulldog, you see Owen, you have British Bulldog, so basically you have British Bulldog and Owen as pretty much the tag team, Brett as a leader, you have Jim the Anvil Neidhart as pretty much like the pseudo heavy at times, and then you have the unstable Brian Pillman. It almost has the same beats along the way, and it's like that's exactly what the Pinnacle is somewhat missing, and it goes because it's almost like the evolution of his chairman persona or gimmick, and that's why I like it. So that's why it's brilliant, because just seeing that, it's like now it's complete for me. Now the Pinnacle is complete for me. Love it.
I like it. And forgive me for glossing over Dax's speech, because that did definitely allude to the fact that they will be soon in the title contendership. Because he's over here going, Chris, not only Chris, but he's like, guys, you think we like beating y'all up? Like we shouldn't even be doing this anymore. We're like, we should be going and chasing titles. We should be putting gold around our waist. We should not be wasting our time with you guys.
And I'm glad that he said that too, because Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. It makes so much sense because it's what
It really
should be
does.
happening.
That's
But
why I'm happy that this is only going to last one more week.
let's hope. Let's hope.
Yeah.
And it just sucks that it's almost written in stone of what the finish is going to be, but I really want the Pinnacle to go over on this.
Yeah.
Just on principle.
Wait, what do you think the finish is going to be?
It's going to be the Pinnacle losing to Inner Circle because of the stipulation.
I think I disagree.
Oh,
look at Scooty.
Oh,
Jericho might have ruined it.
interesting. How?
Fozzy is going on tour in July.
Huh.
So either Inner Circle wins and they go leaderless, or Inner Circle loses and they disband.
Huh.
That is interesting.
Yeah, Jericho posted on his IG, I think Monday or Tuesday, that Fozzy is going back on tour or going on tour in July. So I was like, shit, I think he kind of gave away the finish, maybe.
But
Yeah.
that's still 2 months worth of material that they can run to like show like they could run a injury angle for Jericho and still have them win.
But his tour, I think is from. Hold on, I think I have the image. Hold on, 1 second. Because the tour is from, I think, like July to September. I think.
Huh.
Yeah, the tour starts July 14th and ends October 9th. So, unless they go leaderless for a while or they lose. So, I might be wrong with the Pinnacle not being a stable by the end of this year. It might end up being the Inner Circle.
The Inner Circle. It depends on how much attention they are actually going to commit to the Pinnacle. I can definitely see the Pinnacle versus the Elite down the road.
Yeah. Yeah. I can.
Yeah.
Well, that's of course stating that the Elite
that's
go back to
Kenny
being faces, and
Cody
Cody
two tag teams.
Oh yeah. That's true. But they're both heels, though.
Does it matter?
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
Yeah.
Because had it not been exactly, like, because Inner Circle is definitely a heel faction, but they're only faces in this case. Because actually, there's still two heel factions just going after each other.
True. Interesting.
This is just a power struggle match. It's not even a face versus heel match by definition.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Still interesting. Now,
it is.
But yeah, I part of me definitely does hope that the Pinnacle does go over. Only for the fact of just the idea of what the Pinnacle is and what they stand for at this point. Because I've been waiting for a Four Horsemen-esque stable. And this is perfect right now. Love Inner Circle. Do not get me wrong. But
yeah,
it's just the Pinnacle just works so well right now. And I want to see justice for Shawn Spears. But with the Inner Circle, they also had a chance to respond and give their answer as to what it was. Spoiler alert. They accepted the match. Still no Santana. But each member got a chance to get on the mic and state what it is that they wanted. Basically, they kind of stated all the same beats as far as, hey, if we can't get the job done, we really don't deserve to be here or be a group. Sammy pulled the same deal of saying, hey, you got to make sure that you kill us. So I think that was Hager that said that you got to kill us, which I still hate that talking point I don't think that needs to be a part of the discussion.
I mean, he was better on the mic this time around, at least.
Yes.
However, schoolyard bitches is it works, but at the same time, I just don't like that Hager was the one that said it.
Yeah,
I really don't like him on the mic.
But he was better, is all I'm saying. He's not great.
He was. I would give him that. He was, but yeah, schoolyard bitches is just. I wonder what really happened with Santana. Like what's going on with Santana?
I have no idea.
I would probably have to say either he got hurt or family stuff that he's dealing with.
It might be family stuff because they will say if he got hurt, then they'll mention Santana got hurt.
Right.
But for him to say he got detained by the cops, then it might be some family emergency type stuff or something.
Or maybe he truly got arrested.
Santana got hurt. I mean, Jericho was out there with a big ass arm cast, so
yeah. That makes me wonder: is he gonna have that off by the pay-per-view, or all I know is that Friday is live, so we'll find out for sure.
Yeah. I don't know, man. but yeah, I mean,
do appreciate on the Inner Circle's promo that as soon as MJF addressed the whole "my jerk off friend" thing, Jericho dropped it and just started calling him Max.
Yeah, let me give you just
just for the continuity's point. I'm like, well, he's calling out the joke and how it's getting old, so we'll drop it.
Although I do like the way Jericho ended it, saying, hey, we're gonna dance all over your face and piss on your grave.
Yes,
it's like cool. I'm cool with that. But yeah, going from that and continue on with the show. Well, before I get into that match, Orange had a backstage segment with Callis and Omega, and for some odd reason, like the whole cheeky Kenny didn't come out. Like this I like Kenny in this role. Like when he's like pushing the whole EVP shit. This isn't champ. This is the EVP talking. It's like, I want to see you healthy. Like I want to see you get the championship down the line. But you're a good mascot. We need a mascot. And I'm like, huh.
I did like that as well, where he's like, that power bomb that you got this eyes on your shoulder pack for, or like that came off clean. You didn't come off hurt from that. That's just like the level of talent that I have. It's just stuff here. Now, come double or nothing, I can't guarantee that you might sustain an injury, or God forbid, I
kill you.
Kill you. Yeah, it's like God forbid I even kill you. Like so,
man said he could potentially die.
I was like, damn,
that's some wild shit to say.
Like you could, now I'm thinking about how you can kill somebody in a one-winged angel. I'm like, if you don't tuck that neck, you could potentially kill somebody.
Yeah, and then him in Cassidy fashion, ripping the contract very slow and nonchalantly.
Not even the fact that he still had like the same like distanced look while he was just. And I love like the little flavor text Kenny put on top of that. Like he didn't even read it. It's like,
but and Cal is having a backup saying yeah, we knew this was gonna happen, so that's why we made a backup. So take this.
Right.
Like don't rip it. Don't worry, you got to read it now. You got to say no. Just take your time. We'll get your answer next week. It's fine. And then to double that or to backdoor that with Pac and his interview.
His intensity is amazing.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Amazing.
I don't see how WWE didn't utilize this.
Exactly. See, it was started with the King of the Cruiserweight stuff. That like he revitalized the Cruiserweight division.
Yes. I mean, he
made it relevant for damn sure. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and it's like, and
However,
this is basically what we're getting now.
However, a name like Neville just doesn't really work for him.
No, not at all.
He could have been rebranded.
He could have came back as Pac in WWE.
Yeah,
they could have taken him off the TV for a minute, just like let him be missed, and like, hey, what happened to Neville? Oh, that's not Neville anymore. That's Pac.
That's Pac now.
Yeah.
Only bad thing was they wouldn't call him the bastard on WWE TV.
No.
But I do like how he kind of ended his segment too, where he's basically like, you know, who can deny the bastard now? It's like after everything that's gone on, and you see I'm unstoppable. Who can deny the bastard now? Now that I have my championship match, it's like if this was any other time, I would say he needs to get that fucking title. But I already know that Kenny's going over because he still has more. Which now that I think about it, now that New Japan title is vacant, it's almost like it's an open door for Kenny to walk right through and say, "Yo, I'm just saying."
As much as I want it, it's a little too soon.
All of it is too soon.
So this is a situation, right? This is a situation. How long is he still going to be the belt collector? Because in July, he fights Moose for the Impact TNA title. In August, he fights Andrade. So I don't see him beating Moose, and I don't see him beating Andrade. Mainly because he's held that AAA title now for like a year, 2 years, something like that now.
He's defended it like what, only a few times?
Yes. And Moose told Kenny, I'm bringing what's ours back home. You know. So I don't see Kenny holding on to all these belts.
Is it Andrade's debut match?
In AAA, I think so, unless he has another match, because I haven't seen nothing else yet. So I think this is going to be his first match back whenever he fights Omega.
If that's the case, then I see Andrade winning.
Yeah.
Now, it's a little more cloudy for Moose.
Well,
of course, the story with Moose is going to be how high is he going to get Moose up for the one-winged angel?
I mean, you knock out the referee and get the Good Brothers involved.
That's true too.
Or you distract them in some kind of a way like that.
Oh, that's it.
That's the only way I see that, because Moose definitely is heavier than Kenny Omega, and
because I remember way back in Ring of Honor when Moose had his win streak, and Cedric Alexander broke his win streak by cheating. So
yeah,
you know, it's a possibility, but I ain't even think about Kenny doing that. But I guess we'll see. That's if that relationship has been repaired enough for Kenny to do that. But I know Tama Tonga won't be happy about it.
Well, if Slammiversary is any kind of an indicator with your still that you caught, I mean, we could see Tama Tonga come across Impact.
That is true too.
If we're talking about Bullet Club showing up, who's likely to show up on Impact?
Well, we know El Phantasmo has. I'm pretty sure it's probably going to be more of the. I wouldn't be surprised if it's more of the Americans that show up.
Chase Owens and whatnot.
Chase Owens, the Gorillas of Destiny, maybe Hideo. I'm sorry, not Hideo. Kenta. Let me respect the man. Maybe Kenta. We'll see.
We shall.
That might be the first Impact pay-per-view I might actually try to actively watch.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll definitely have to wait and see what happens with New Japan, and then moving forward with Impact, and then everything encompassing involving Kenny and his belt collector gimmick.
But we all in the agreement that he's walking out of Double or Nothing with the title.
Yes, absolutely. Unfortunately for Pac, but
yes, unfortunately for Pac.
Someone who also had an unfortunate night was Red Velvet as she challenged
Oh,
for the NWA Women's Championship.
Did
was it for the title?
It was for the title. Which the thing is,
it
I didn't
was.
realize that Serena Deeb was injured, which is crazy because I think she went like 2 or 3 months as champ without it being vacated.
Yep.
Deeb has been injured this whole time.
Yes.
Yeah.
And still held. Yeah, that's really weird.
Did y'all see Serena's shirt though?
I don't recall.
Serena's shirt says she is the woman of 1,000 holds.
Oh, yeah, was she? Yeah, I think what she is trained by Dean Malenko, and I think Big Swole is being trained by Dean Malenko.
Yes. I'm not gonna lie. There were parts of this match I thought Red Velvet was gonna win.
I really wanted her to.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I really wanted her to.
Once I started seeing more of the intensity of Serena Deeb, I was like, I don't know if she's losing this title right now. Because she was on another level. I guess maybe she was just happy to be back in the ring, but yeah.
I thought that whole absence had been her like wrestling at NWA.
And that's what I thought too.
Yeah.
But shit. I don't know. I'm glad that the NWA Women's Championship is back on the TV though. Because I do like another belt in circulation. Not sure how long that's going to be because I don't know what this partnership with NWA entails. But hey, I'm still all for it. And I think with Red Velvet, and that's a thing which also kind of crossed my mind when they start talking about like the rankings, because there's like, oh yeah, she's ranked 5th right now. So it almost like it garners. So I'm guessing their ranking also includes like the NWA championship as well, or NWA Women's Championship as well, which is I think is a good thing.
I assume she's not number 5 anymore then.
Oh, Red Velvet? Probably not.
Uh-huh.
Probably not at all. But yeah, Serena Deeb definitely goes over Red Velvet in a fighting effort.
Yeah.
Lost, but it was not a bad match for her. Oh, and just to throw that in there because it is Red Velvet. Jade Cargill.
Wait. Before we go. Red Velvet, though.
Red Velvet, though.
Like, straight out your mama's kitchen.
Like, I don't know what, like, that was some new ring gear. That was a whole new look, it felt like almost.
Like,
and trust me, I was looking. Sorry, you see, that's the shit. That's what I'm talking about. It's gonna get me in trouble. We need to.
No,
but
see, look, that stuff's just gonna make shots. You get the strap.
Fear erection is the word for it.
Punishment time.
yeah.
But
Scare aroused.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Jade Cargill had a backstage segment earlier in the night. I glossed over it because it's the same old.
Yeah,
I just need her to get in the ring. She needs to get in the ring. Like, cool that managers won her and all this other stuff, but
no,
I
that's
want to
the
see
same manager.
Yeah, I want to see her in the ring, like, because she's got talent. Like, we know she can talk now. Cool. Get in the ring, get your ranking up, and then challenge Serena Deeb. Give her some muscle to contend against.
I think Deeb loses to Thunder Rosa first, though.
Probably.
Yeah.
Well, we shall see. Something I don't care about, but I care about. Anthony Ogogo and Austin Gunn. As I watched this match, because this is probably one of the first few matches that I've actually watched have them deal with the Factory. First off, Factory still looks like a put together nonsensical faction. Like, just looking at the aesthetic of them as a group, nothing. Now, they had a promo backstage where I listened to QT Marshall talk. Loved his promo. If this was just QT Marshall and Anthony Ogogo, I would have been perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. every attachment they have other than that is trash. It does not work for me. Anthony Ogogo in this match, his heel work is nice. The way that he does this whole punch thing and his whole it's still weird because it should be a one and done if you get hit. But I think this whole thing was meant to build up Austin Gunn's heart in a way and his grit. But I'm like, I just didn't care.
I didn't care. To be perfectly honest. Jaeger, thanks for the advice, because I did go and listen to Ogogo's promo. I am 100% on Ogogo's side with this match. Like, I want Ogogo to win. Like, after hearing what Ogogo had to say, it definitely contradicts everything Cody said. And I hate that it's bogged down with QT and the factory. Maybe if it was just QT, like you just said, but with Solo and Camarado being there too, it's kind of But after listening to Ogogo's promo, and apparently he's going blind in one of his eyes or something like that.
Is
like he? Apparently there's something happened to. I think he's going blind. Like, I think he's 75% blind in one of his eyes.
Yeah.
But I kind of see Cody as the heel and Ogogo as the face, even though technically it's opposite. But I want to go to take it.
That promo. Okay, so yeah, when I said promo, yeah, I think that's what it was. The shit that you sent, Jaeger.
Yeah.
Where QT was talking, and then Anthony Ogogo start talking.
Then went into Ogogo.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, I 100% agree with you, Scoot.
Yeah. I'm on Ogogo's side with this. No, people, I'm not saying I'm trying to be a British sympathizer. We're keeping it in the realm of wrestling. Keep this in the realm of wrestling, you dumbasses. I'm talking about when it comes to Anthony Ogogo versus one night only, the American Dream, Cody Rhodes. I want Anthony Ogogo to win. I'm not saying, Britain is better than the US. Don't be a fucking dummy, people. Don't be those. Don't be those guys, because nobody likes those guys. I'm strictly talking about in the realm of wrestling and what's happening in wrestling, not real life. So please don't be stupid, people. Get that out.
Yeah. Some
of you fucking. You know what? I'm gonna stop right there.
Yeah. The match in itself. I mean, it was unnecessary. It was necessary and unnecessary at the same time. It was necessary to show Anthony Ogogo on Dynamite and showing what he can do as far as punishing someone. But after the match, with the whole weird stuff with the flag and everything, it just got
that was a little weird too. I didn't. It kind of felt more and more that it was going to lead to what I was saying about the whole flag match, but I guess not.
Shit. I mean, it still has a chance too, but I don't know. But yeah, I think Anthony Ogogo should technically go over. Because I mean, again, yeah. Cody's still going to get on a showcase for Ogogo and make him look good. But I think Ogogo may need to go over just to build up yet another heel for Dynamite. Because I think it's necessary.
I'm going to go ahead and go on the limb and say that Cody Rhodes is to AEW what Sasha Banks is to WWE.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh,
absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's not. I'm not gonna sit here and say this is important. It kind of is, but it's not. Ethan Page and Scorpio Sky had a interview segment in the ring. If this had nothing to do with Sting, if they had talking points on Darby Allin, where this is going to be Darby versus Ethan Page, and Scorpio Sky just talking shit to be talking shit, perfectly fine.
Yeah.
But the fact that this is basically a setup for a live in-ring match between Ethan Page, Scorpio Sky, the newly returning, not even resting Darby Allin, and Over the Hill Sting. I do not care.
I don't either.
I do not care, and I hate that I don't.
Wait. Is it me, or does Ethan Page really has a punchable face?
He does.
Thank you.
He's supposed to.
No, I mean, yeah, exactly.
No. I ain't talking about punchable face as a heel. I'm talking about just a punchable face, period.
Oh, in that aspect.
Yeah, I'm
well
talking
then.
about period.
He does look the type of person that would try to steal your girl in front of your face.
Yeah, not just naturally. Smooth the fuck out.
Damn it, why'd you have to say that?
All your ego gonna be on the floor along with you, laying right there. Drop you where you stand. Pick yourself and your ego up. Yeah, I said it.
I mean, I do like the pairing with Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page, but I do too. In this feud,
I don't like how they're not a tag team, but they're a tag team thing.
Yeah,
you know.
Either way,
I just want to know. I just want it on camera why Scorpio Sky left or is not so much affiliated with SCU right now, because that was not addressed.
The most unanswered questions. It's going to be forever unanswered. You probably need a shirt made that said, "We need answers, Scorpio."
That's exactly my point, though. Like, the only time that we ever got any kind of a hint of what the hell's going on was because Christopher Daniels said something on BTE, which never got aired on Dynamite.
Speaking of, what did y'all think of Kazarian and Daniels promo?
Yes, for Kazarian.
Kazarian and Daniels had a backstage promo.
Yeah. Sorry, it took me a second.
I loved it because this
is good.
Again, Daniels is going to go backstage and do it because he was already doing that regardless.
Yeah.
Kazarian in this role, trying to take down the Elite. This right here, I think this is going to be the reason that that Kingston and Mox win those titles. Because Kazarian interjects and then starts to cause issues. This could also be a reason why Kenny could lose to Moose, and Kenny starts. This would be the perfect thing for Kenny
Frankie Kazarian to be the guy to like fuck up everything going on with the Elite.
Yes.
Oh my god,
that would be kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie. Like you just kind of booked a pretty cool thing. Like he shows up to Mexico, calls Kenny the belt against Andrade. He calls Kenny the belt against Moose. He calls the Elite the tag titles.
And then this ends up
whatever how it goes, that would be kind of cool. Not gonna lie.
Then you build it up with Kazarian saying, "I'm put the final nail in the coffin. I'm going to take the AEW championship away from you," and he just fails at that. So he succeeds in everything else, but he goes up against Kenny, and you think he may possibly win, but then he loses.
Yeah,
but it'll a good build. AEW, book it.
Do it. Do it. I want this.
Again, I want no royalties. I just want good television. Just do it. Do it. But yeah.
Do it.
But from something I didn't care about to something I halfway cared about, Miro. Miro came up. I like how the main thing that came out of this that I liked. I mean, aside from the whole Lance Archer thing, we already knew that was going to happen. Don't care because we already know it's probably going to be a good big man match. Whatever, Archer's going to lose. The way that Miro feeds off the fans,
yes.
His whole thing with you want Darby Allin? Here's Darby Allin. Here's your Darby. Here's your face of TNT. Beautiful. Again, Miro and this whole vendetta against anybody that has gold, I like. That's about as good as that's going to get on my end. I don't know if y'all have anything to say on this promo.
I mean, other than the shit talking he was saying to Jake and Archer, that was it. He said, hey, if you get any closer to this ring, DDP Yoga ain't gonna save you, old man.
That was pretty damn good.
Yeah, that was a good line. And it's funny because if you watch when it cut to Jake, he was laughing about it too.
He was.
Oh yeah, he's trying not to pop.
Is it weird to me? Because I don't know if you noticed, but was it kind of weird to me? Well, it was weird to me. Was it weird to y'all to see that fact that Jake being old as he is, almost the same height as Lance Archer?
Right.
And the fact that he was trying to hold Archer back, and it was like, damn, I forgot Jake was tall. Because Jake was what, 6'7", something like that?
Yeah, Archer's like 6'8".
Yeah, so I forgot how tall Jake was.
Yeah.
It was just that visual of old man Jake trying to hold back Archer, and it was like, damn, I forgot Jake was tall.
A big guy. A big man.
Look, I hate that I'm going to say this.
Uh-oh.
Shouldn't.
I know I shouldn't, but I do hate it. But I did not care for the main event.
I'm going to say this right now. Not only do I second what you said, yes, I've criticized the Young Bucks before. If it wasn't for the fact that it was the heel Young Bucks, I probably would have just stopped watching the rest of the show.
Ooh.
I understand that.
This match was not my cup OT because, once again, it's the problem with AEW. I knew who was going to win.
Yeah.
I didn't care how long it was lasting or how long it was going to last. I knew for a fact the Varsity Blondes were not going to beat the Young Bucks for the titles.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, and see, this is the problem that I have with this, because it's just how I talked about with Balor and Cross, you know, having something so soon and having it, if it would have been stretched out, this whole segment would have made more sense in their situation. This is the same thing for them. If you would have had the Varsity Blondes start going on a tear and then allows it to kind of build up and then start to have like this whole thing, because the only thing I hate is that since they had this whole Brian Pillman thing on like the Dark Side of the Ring, I felt like they tried to capitalize on that with the promo that Brian Pillman Jr. did.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know if that's in bad taste or what, but I felt like this is something that probably should have waited. Like if y'all going to build them up saying, okay, talk about your legacy, talk about here's you with the Bucks, you know, selling stuff at the merch stands and stuff in this, you know, you could have waited, let it build up to like a match with the Bucks down the line. But this also let me know that the Bucks are losing to Mox and Kingston, because them being champs now is why this match happened like that, because it can't happen down the line, because they're not going to be champs down the line in the near, at least for the rest of this year. After they lose, I don't think they're going to see those titles again until probably like the next year.
Who, the Bucks?
Yes.
I can see that. I can see once the Bucks lose, I can see them not being champs, at least like you said, sometime next year, if that. So I could definitely see that.
What are you doing, Luke?
Yeah. I mean, I see them competing probably for championships still, but as far as like getting them, no. Yeah, because I mean, you're gonna have Mox and Kingston with at least a good, I would say, 2 to 3 month run at the very least with these tag titles, because of the fact that they're just so damn good as far as characters on the mic, their demeanor. There is going to be a breath of fresh air in the tag division because of these guys at the top. And then when it comes to a head with them in the Pinnacle, that's going to be a whole nother thing that goes on. So, yeah, it's. And then, of course, you look at FTR. FTR is going to run roughshod with these damn titles when they get them back. So, first ever 2-time AEW Tag Team Champs. Yeah.
I wonder if the Bucks title run maybe got cut short because of how good Mox and Kingston are, and they just weren't expecting it.
It's possible, because I don't know who else you would have them drop to.
The Bucks? I mean, FTR would be like, I don't know, next immediate thought. They beat Death Triangle. They They beat Pillman and they beat the Varsity Blondes. I can't even remember. Not Jungle Boy's name. Griff Garrison. There we go.
Not Jungle Boy.
I mean, again, it's another like thing about being or watching BTE is that like Griff Garrison is in the back or he's in their BTE bits and
always
they're like, oh yeah, it's Jungle Boy, and then he turns around and it's like, oh, it's just Griff Garrison. but yeah, Bucks win obviously. Mox and Kingston come out and they steal their shoes. That was funny. like they took that shit back to New York. Like that was amazing.
And
took his socks. They put the socks in. Kingston put their socks in his pocket for no damn reason.
That was the best moment of them getting jacked for their shoes.
What, taking the socks too?
All of that. That was the only thing that made this match worth it was the fact that they got jacked for their Dior Jordans.
Yeah. I mean, hey, who knows if they're actually real or not, but
yeah.
It was a cool little
That's
moment.
what I was thinking about too. But yeah.